was kind of abrupt, but in any case, I'm joined now by Anthony, Mike, and Dan from Audio Insight. Could you guys just introduce yourselves? Tell me what instrument you guys play. We'll go from left to right here.
Hey, this is Anthony Seeley from Audio Insight. I play guitar and sing.
This is Mike Devrin. I play bass guitar.
It's Dan Sullivan. I play drums.
Awesome. And so that was the second track of Dimensions, your album. Anthony, wow, you talk very loud. So how does that feel, getting on the radio with your first album?
It's an incredible feeling. I never thought the day would come. We never thought we'd get this far, this short in time.
Yeah.
So it's a great feeling, and we're really happy to be here.
So how long has this been happening?
Us as a band?
Yeah.
I mean, we only started seriously playing a little over a year ago.
I'd say like last December.
Yeah.
2009. We started writing. We did like some recording of our own in the basement.
Yeah, little demos.
Yeah, little demos, but now we're going full blown.
Yeah.
So did you start writing the songs once the band was together?
No, actually the songs I've had, on guitar for maybe a few years, and the riffs over the years have evolved and become better, and once you get the whole band together, it's a whole new feeling. It's a whole other dimension.
Well,
So you were writing most of this music just on your own, and then hoping that one day you have guys who would play with.
It was like a hard job to find guys who, I thought were awesome and liked the same stuff as me. So it happened.
Absolutely. Mike and Anthony went to the same high school, and I went to a different high school, but Mike brought me to Anthony one day, and he showed us all his stuff, and that's when I got hooked. I thought we could really do some good stuff. So we started playing, and now we've written some really great music.
Mm-hmm.
Did you approach these songs as being part of an album, or was it just sort of every song kind of on its own? Because you've got, we have the two-parter, Dimensions 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Did that come out as one song, or?
It didn't actually musically. Lyrically it did, because in this album, at least, the lyrics are more conceptual than the music. And the whole Dimensions 1 and 2 go together with kind of stuff I've written on a whole philosophy I have, and each of the songs kind of go with it in some aspect, but Dimensions 1 and 2 are the main of the lyrics of the concept of the album.
Now, why'd you decide to split them into two parts?
Well, I remember...
Because when I saw you guys at the release show, you also played it in two parts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, when we wrote the album, I remember writing Dimensions 1, and we finished it, and it has a great ending to it. But then, I'd say probably 2 months later, we started coming up with these new ideas. Like, Anthony would bring me a riff, and Mike, and we'd start working on it, and then it built into a song. And then before we knew it, it was 10 minutes, and we're like, all right, that's pretty cool.
It's also great to open up with the first part and then close with the second part. It's kind of a bookends, influenced by, maybe Wish You Were Here with Shine On You Crazy Diamonds, the first and last parts. Yeah.
Okay, so are all of you into writing long songs and like that kind of thing? Because I know there's certainly a lot of post-hardcore influence.
It's not like writing a long song. It's just we see where it goes.
Mm-hmm.
And
there's a lot of recurring riffs.
We don't look at time. I mean, it's just the way it comes together.
And certainly, I guess to me, one of the things that really sets you guys apart from some of the other bands at your with your level of experience is Anthony's voice. So are you a trained singer?
I'm not at all. I just I play guitar, and I knew that if I was ever in a band, I would want to sing with it, and it feels so much better when you do both at the same time. And even when I'm in the studio, I'll have to sing while playing guitar. I don't do it without the guitar.
Really?
Yeah, if you listen to the studio scratch tracks, you could even hear, if you listen to just the vocal stem, you hear the guitar in the background.
Yeah.
So yeah, no training.
Is that were you plugged in when you were doing that?
No,
or was it
it's just the little acoustic scratches.
some Squiscar thing.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you sort of learned to do both together?
Yeah, a lot of practice. I wanted it, so I just kept practicing.
It's all about practice. I mean, none of us here are trained musicians, but none of us ever besides Mike taking maybe
Yeah,
one or two lessons.
I had a month of lessons and I got kicked out.
We basically just come from what we wanted to do. I remember being a kid and always like watching drummers, and like after working, I finally got a drum set, and then we just met up and boom, you know. We've all grown as like really good musicians now. We could really make some great stuff.
Right.
Have you been playing your instruments for a long time?
Mike?
I've been playing for about 4 years when I got my first bass, and I started out playing nothing basic, nothing incredible, just basic stuff like Green Day. I didn't really start getting advanced until I started playing in my senior year when I thought I was going to audition for a music school. So I only got better in the last year when I started using my fingers. But
So you must have really got hooked on music if you've only been playing for a few years and then thought that you wanted to go to music school.
yeah, it was a really sudden thing. I was in senior year of high school when you're looking at stuff. I thought this was really something I wanted to do with my life. So me and Dan took a look at Five Towns College in Long Island, New York, and I thought it would look really bad if I was auditioning with a pick. So that's when I switched, and it really took off. And as we got bigger as a band, it really came to be a thing where I would use my fingers to get better and write better parts for the music, and just grow like that.
Absolutely. And I've only been playing drums for, I think it seems like really 2 years. And I remember I started off, I didn't even know how to set the kit up. Like, you can see the first pictures I took of it, I'm like, oh god. But it seems like 2 years I've changed into like a whole new drummer, you know.
Yeah, I would not have gotten the impression from listening to the album or from even seeing you guys live that you were that new to your instruments. That's really amazing.
Thanks. I started playing like 5 years ago. Just started singing about 1.5 years ago. That's how that happened.
So when you guys got together, what was the thing that made you go, this is going to be a band?
Well, I think the best thing I could say was one of our songs, For the Corporations, has a really good guitar solo in it in the middle, and I remember he played that, and I was like, we got something here. Like, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah,
On my standards, yeah.
I remember the first song we jammed to was Crucified, the third track on the CD, and that was one of the first things he showed us at practice. And as we all jumped in and played along, it was just really good, and I thought we could go somewhere with this.
And once, as the album started developing, I think once we made Sheepskin, it was like, this is happening.
No, that was the first track that you guys released. It was you put an unmixed version on your MySpace page, which is myspace.com/Audio Insight. Is that correct?
Audio Insight Music.
Audio Insight Music.
Yes, correct.
I like to plug as much as I can. Why did you decide to make that track the single?
It overall has the basic feel for the band. I think it's one of the best tracks, and releasing a single that's one of the best tracks I think is really important, as opposed to bands that release something that sounds nothing like the rest of the album. I think everything in it's great, and it shows all the heavy progressive rock and post-hardcore that we display, but in a 4-minute song.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna play Sheepskin right now.
Nice.
In a little segue, and Anthony, you can go to the bathroom, and we'll have more with Audio Insight in about 4 minutes.